moment has arrived. Lift your head up, stand up tall. No longer can you just survive. Get up, sister to sister. Get up, sister to sister. Oh, get up, sister to sister. It's time to make your power move. Get up, sister to sister. Get up, sister to sister. Oh, get up, sister to sister. It's time to make your power move. You are winning, it's just the beginning. Now is your time. Stay focused, keep your chin up. You gotta keep a made up mind.
All right. Get up, sister to sister. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Happy Women's History Month. Just so much is going on. Happy day that you are living. Another day that you are alive in the land of the living. That's what I want to say. And we want to welcome you to Sister Talk Power Moves. My name is Mone't S. Horton. I am the visionary and host, and super excited for you to come in the room. Come on in, and join us tonight. You are certainly in for a dynamic treat tonight. And of course, I can't go any further without introducing our phenomenal co-host, Tiara Parker. Say hey to the people.
Hey, everybody. Happy Monday.
Yes. Listen, we are on the move. Get up, sister to sister. It is time to activate. It is time to elevate. It is time to move from surviving to thriving in your life, in your business, in your ministry. How about every aspect in your family, in your community? Those things that have been lying dormant in your life, it's time to shake it up and to get up and win. It is your time right now. And y'all, I'm super excited. Just getting back from an absolutely amazing week. Just about a week in New York City. I just had the pleasure of, and the honor, the privilege to be amongst several other amazing, phenomenal women, thriving women in business. And we were featured in New York Times Square on a billboard. This past Saturday, International Women's Day, and it was definitely a phenomenal experience. And I'm still, I think, on 100. And just trying to wheel it back here, but I am super excited. I think I shared before that sometimes I don't typically take time to really celebrate these types of moments because I'm on to the next thing. And so I was really intentional this time in really sitting in it and just thanking God for every opportunity, and open door. And if it is happening for me, guess what? It is happening, and it shall happen for you, because what? Everything connected to me is winning. I don't know about you, but I have decreed and declared that over my life. And so if we are divinely connected, listen, you are winning. You are winning. And so I thank you all for your prayers. I thank you all for your support. So I just needed to get that out. I appreciate you. And so as you're coming on in today, I just want to say, come on in, take a seat, get your pen, your paper, your notepad, whatever you need to do. Because tonight you are definitely in for a treat for our amazing guests who will join us tonight. Lady T, how are you doing over there, Lady T?
Girl, I am doing well. We are in Women's History Month, which just makes me feel so good because I feel like women don't get celebrated enough day to day. So I want to take a moment to stop and celebrate you, not just for what you experienced this past weekend, but just for being a phenomenal woman of God and saying yes over and over and over again, because anyone that's watching knows that saying yes is not just a one-time thing. It is continuous. Okay, it is a continued journey of saying yes, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it doesn't feel good, even when it gets hard, even when you don't understand, even when it feels like all of the odds are against you. You continue to say yes. So I just want to take a moment to celebrate you this Women's History Month, for all that you do, not just on this platform, but for all of the other things that you do that people don't even know about, aren't aware of, all the things that you have your hands on. So, but other than that, yeah, girl, I'm feeling good.
Lady T, like how you just go? Listen, how you just gonna do all of that and just go? No, I really want to just thank you for that, and um, goodness, I'm throwing that right back over to you, honey, because I just want to celebrate you as well because you are truly a phenomenal woman. Thriving in your own way, in your own right, and rising to the occasion. And you, I think you are like a quiet storm. Like, people really, I don't even think I was all the way ready. I'm like, she is dropping all these nuggets. But also the things that you do behind the scenes as well in your family. You are, first of all, a phenomenal mother,
Well, thank you.
business, just emerging business owner, and just woman, an entrepreneur. And I believe you are just stepping out, just literally stepping out of the comfort zone. I've seen you spread your wings and you are doing phenomenal things. And I just want to take a moment to celebrate you and thank you for just
Thank
also
you.
saying yes and being on this journey with
Thank
me,
you.
because I know that that in itself is is can be a stretch sometimes. You're like, did you just ask me to do that? What?
Mm,
So yes, I just want to say thank you and I appreciate you and I love you,
I love
girl.
you too, girl. I'm just grateful, girl. I'm grateful. Mm,
Yes,
mm, mm, mm.
yes, and yes. So y'all listen, we just this is what we do. We celebrate each other, um and I think also what goes with what you said as we're preparing to bring our phenomenal guests to the stage. We can't do this. Cannot do this. I could not do this if there were not forerunners who went before me, who went
Mm-mm,
before us to
absolutely.
blaze the trail, to create ways and pathways for us. And so for that, I want to say thank you when going back in history, and coming on up to our grandparents, our grandmothers,
Mhm.
um my mother, your mother, our
Yes.
parents, our mothers.
Yeah.
And so I just want to give it up for all women, all mentors, all of those women who, like, even those I remember in my mom's salon giving me books or just pouring into me, like
Yes.
leaving tips behind. All of that has been a seed into my now. And so for that, I am definitely forever grateful, and am here and ready to support other women in their journeys. Whew. So, yes, we celebrate you all. Come on in the room. We see you out there. Please take a moment to click and share. Click and share. We have a phenomenal woman who is with us tonight, and I want to go ahead and bring introduce her and bring her to the forefront. Our guest tonight is Miss Shelly Eldridge. She is the CEO of Shelly the Confidence Coach, a coaching firm located in Baltimore, Maryland, right here. Shelly is a certified transformation life coach with over 6 years experience providing coaching and training for professionals. She specializes in providing confidence coaching and goal success coaching for professionals. Her practical and actionable strategies, love that, help professionals achieve their personal and professional goals in less time and build the success they've been searching for. She provides in person as well as virtual training coaching for individuals and groups to help professionals and aspiring professionals go from where they are to where they really want to be. She is the best when it comes to helping people increase powerful confidence so that they can take action for what they really want. Her genius lies in her innate ability to help them connect the dots and identify hindrances to progress while providing easy to implement practical and actionable strategies that lead to more money, more fulfillment, and more impact. Come on, Shelly. Shelly Eldridge is here to help you achieve your next personal or professional goal. Some of her present past clients include FSC, First, Morgan State University, all right, Morgan, University of Maryland, Baltimore, AIGA, Baltimore, and Milken Institute, just to name a few. So, without further ado, let us welcome Miss Shelly to the stage. Hey! Bring you off of mute. There we go.
All right, there we. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
you
can.
All right, we made it in the building. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, Shelly.
Awesome. So good to see y'all.
So good
Yes,
to see
so good to
you. And it's good to
you.
see me.
How are you today?
Today was a busy one, but you know
Mhm.
what? I took a moment to pray, and I
Okay.
said, Lord, whatever you want me to say,
Yeah.
this is your platform.
Shelly?
I'm ready to get started. Y'all, you done did the introduction. I'm ready.
Come
I'm
on.
ready.
Shelly,
So thank you.
don't start us up all in this split second. Don't start us up all
Because
in
it
this.
don't take much. It don't take much.
It don't take much, sis. Because
It does not take much.
listen, I rest in a place of an attitude of gratitude and just like, thank you, Lord, right?
Yes.
And listen, prayer is where we must start to because everything, business,
Yeah.
life,
Yep.
everything starts and ends with God. So we have to put everything in its proper perspective. And
Yes.
so I absolutely love it.
Yes.
Well, welcome to Sister to Sister Talk Power
Thank
Moves.
you.
I
Yeah.
feel like we had already started to dive in when we
We
did
did.
our
For sure. For sure.
15 plus minute check in. I was like, wait a minute, hold, Charlie. We're gonna have to do like a part 2 or something to be continued.
Absolutely.
So I already love your energy. I already love your light. I already love all that I can see that God has placed inside of you. You're doing so many phenomenal things. And as I was reading your bio, I think I already told you, as I was reading your bio, looking at your website, all of these things, I said, it's not like I'm reading about myself here. Shelly is doing the daggone thing.
Thank you.
Here at Sister to Sister, we love to get to the story behind the glory, the story behind, come on, right? What everyone might see you in your flow. And let me just say for the record, this is not a show, but it's a flow. This is where we fearlessly level up, we overcome and win. And even in those hard spaces, we get up and we continue to move. And so we want to know what got you here? What's the story behind what people may see you doing today that got you here? Wherever you want to start with that.
It's okay to keep it 100?
Please. Oh, listen.
Okay.
Mask down, mask off. Listen, let's go.
Okay. Many nights wondering, questioning, am I good enough? Do I have what it takes? Was I a mistake? Crawling underneath the table, crying, depressed, feeling alone, lonely. And God reminded me, you have purpose.
Mm.
I have need of you. You were created for such a time as this. And so in 2017, there were a lot of things going on. I think it started maybe in 2016, but in 2017, I found myself sitting at the back of my church. I've been serving in ministry for a very long time. Very long time. I would think at that time I was in 6 or 7 different ministries at the same time. And when I serve, I'm not like, oh, I'm just gonna wait for somebody to come tell me what to do. No, I'm in it. I'm all the way in. And I felt myself burnt out. I was tired. I was drained. And a very major tragic situation happened that involved close people to me. And it made me wonder. And I had a lot of questions about who I could trust. And I questioned myself. And I said, while sitting at the back of my church, I said, and I started asking, who am I? What am I called to do? And why is it that I'm still here? And you know what? After almost 18 plus years serving in the ministry and different things, I didn't have an answer. And that took me on a path of faith. What does it mean? What does it really mean? You know, not just scripture that sound good, but what does this stuff mean? You know, not cliches, but how do I apply this to my life practically? I don't want to just look good and not be good. I want to be who I'm called to be. I don't just want to look like, oh, girl, you did this and you did that and you did that, and it ain't nothing that God told me to do. And it looks good. But God's like, that's not what I wanted you to do. You lifting and pulling and doing all of this stuff. It looks real good. But I'm not reading your resume. I'm not reading your physical resume of all the work that you've done and all. No, I have a different resume for you. And so it's just been it's been a journey. It's been a walk. It's been a path of finding out, who am I? What am I called to do? And doing that. You know, realizing that what I'm doing, is it who I am? Or is it connected to who I am? Like really evaluating. And y'all can stop me at any time if we need to, pause. But those are questions that I had to look at. Trying to be perfect, trying to be put on this show, put on this mask. I was not okay. And when that major incident happened, I was depressed. I had to go to therapy. Never went before. And then in 2023, my grandmother passed. For 10 months, I didn't know if I was coming or going. I mean, talk about depressed.
My goodness.
Then the health challenges started happening. And then my grandfather passed the following year, just last year. And I'm like, okay. When you have purpose, when you are called to do a thing, don't think you won't be tested in that thing.
Ooh. What? Can you say that for the people in the back? Can you say that
for the people in the back? When you are called to do a thing, when you are purposed to do a thing, don't think you won't be tested in that thing. And so, I started off as faith-based coach, helping believers to achieve their goals.
Mm-hmm.
And then God took me on this path. I need that net to be a little bit broader. I need to be broader. They're gonna come anyway. But I need you to reach people that would not normally come to me. That hear scripture and like, you just talking that stuff. That Jesus stuff. You just no. It can reach you too. So talking about making things practical and actionable, experiencing so many things where people are just dumping on you so much information. And I'm sure y'all have experienced this at least once in your lifetime. At least once. Just so much information. And then you don't know what to do with it. You don't know where to start. You don't know how to do it. And you just feel overwhelmed.
You took the word. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah. It's so much you don't know. You literally don't. You have a desire.
Yep.
But you're so overwhelmed that you end up not doing.
Yep.
And maybe perhaps feeling paralyzed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Without being paralyzed. And so, yeah, like you are literally, you're talking real good. Like, be from experience because, and again, even as you are sharing, I'm like, what? Like, I feel like we have walked through similar, had a similar path because, let's go back because you didn't drop a couple of nuggets now, from being in a place where like sitting in church, doing everything, being a person that, hey, when I sign up for something or I put my name to it, I'm showing up full. I'm showing up ready. I'm not going to give you half. I'm going to give you all. And being on all of these different and being on all of these different auxiliaries and all these, the choir, you on the greeters ministry, you running from here, you running to there. I feel like I've been on the job training in church. That's where it started before I got and so, and all of that's wonderful. But at the end of the day, it's God. What does Revelations, was it 2:4, which says, nevertheless, I have someone against you because you have lost or left thy first love. Right? We can't get lost. If all of this is for God, we can't get lost in the traditionalism or the doing it of it all.
Yeah, that's good.
And I know for me personally, I experienced that before. Yeah. But sitting there feeling like you are doing all of this because God, this is what you have done. This is where you've placed me. But at the end of the day, feeling exhausted and like, is this really my purpose? No, really, God. What is really my assignment? And so you take us through this journey that you experience that. So you start searching, right?
Yep.
And I love the strategy, the actionable, practical strategies that you talk about, because I think what I'm hearing is that through your process, you are able to develop the process that you're now able to take others through, whether they are if they in relationship with God or not, right? Professional, whatever, right? So and in that, as you're on this journey, now you are experiencing loss and you're experiencing health challenges. You know, while you initiate this journey. And like you said, and I think that typically when you make up make up your mind, that's when like sometimes all hell breaks loose. And let's not allow that to be a fear factor, because for some that is. It's like, oh, when I really say yes, I can look for this, So how did you, so you went through these things, and it was when you started that journey, because you just said like 2023, 2024, and that was 2025, but you had already started this journey of, God, what is my true identity in you?
Yep. Even so much so to the point of writing a book.
Mm-hmm.
And the book is called Identity: Finding Hope for Your Journey. And if folks want to get the book, it's on my website, shellythecoach.com. You can find it on Amazon. But one of the reasons why I wrote the book, it wasn't necessarily, you know how people say, oh, I want to write my story. You know, it wasn't necessarily just to write my story. I genuinely, authentically, 1,000% wanted other people to find hope for their journey.
Mm.
I did not want another person to feel alone in the midst of people.
Mm.
In the midst of a crowd of people that say they for you, that say they got your back, that say they with you, they rock with you, all these different things, and you still feel like, nope, I'm by myself. Nope, I'm not enough. Nope, all these different things. And so I started writing that book, and out of that came another book, Success in Your Thought Life. Overcoming thoughts that keep you from good success. And that's when I realized, wait a minute, I have something that could really, like, this could really help other people. And then it started coming more and more and more books and coaching and this and that. And my pastor told me about this lady who was coaching. And I was like, hold up. This was in 2018. I said, hold up. People get paid to coach other people? Huh?
Uh,
What? You gotta be kidding me. So I was like, that's it. That's it. So in 2020, I started the business, but mind you, I never published the books.
What?
wait a minute. So on your journey, you know,
2017. Mm-hmm.
2017,
Mm-hmm.
God starts birthing these books in you, but you write them, but you don't literally put them out publicly, birthing them out.
I had 5 versions of that book. 5.
Both books.
Well, no, the first book, Identity.
Okay.
5.
And you
5
still
versions.
cannot.
And I still didn't, nope, never published it until 2020.
Oh, okay.
It was in 2020, most people remember, the pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
COVID-19 pandemic,
Mm.
sitting at home.
Mm-hmm.
And I had so much time to myself, so much time thinking about
Then we
what
all.
in the world.
Mm-hmm.
My friend brought me on this call, and it was a fire that was lit in me like, come on, today. This is the time. Now, go. This is the, and I'm like, okay, all right. Right after that, I was in a coaching program at my job. And the lady at the mentor at my job gave me this, she gave me this assignment, and it was using the SMART goals model. I'm not sure if folks are familiar with it.
I am.
Or if you are, okay.
Yeah.
So they gave me this coaching model or whatever, this achieve your goals model. And I was like, okay, I'm about to achieve my goals. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
The first part of it was make your goals specific.
Yep.
I said, is this my goal? I was like, I don't know what my goal is. How am I to make it specific? How am I supposed to make a goal specific if it does not exist in my mind right now? So it went from that to, I got so many goals. Which one do I start with first? Then I was still stuck. So I went through the whole process trying to figure out measurable, attainable, relatable, time bound. And I said, I feel like I should have achieved my goal by now. Now what? So I realized that model was outdated. I
Mhm.
realized it can't really help me.
Mhm.
So then I went back and I looked at, I told y'all I was on this faith journey, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I had this framework, and I was like, let me see if I have something that can help me achieve my goals, because this SMART goals model is not doing it.
Mhm.
So I went through and I had this model, and my mom told me to write down the steps because she believed when I bought my house, she believed that those steps could help other people, and I believed
Mhm.
her. So I said, all right, I'm gonna write them down. To this day, that's the same framework I use to help people achieve their goals.
Yeah.
Mm.
Even better than that. Now, shout out to my mother, shout out to her. Shout out to all the women that have
Yeah.
poured into my life, including y'all. Because just speaking with y'all in a short time that I've talked with y'all, it's been a blessing.
Yeah.
Mm.
When she told me that, I said, all right, cool. I write it down and all that. I had no idea the impact it was gonna have. She said, this is gonna help a lot of people. I had, sometimes when you're in Baltimore, you think, and you born and
Mhm.
raised,
Yes.
well, nobody else exists outside of Baltimore.
Mhm.
Nobody. I don't know what I was thinking,
Mhm.
but I definitely was thinking small.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
so she said, write it down. I wrote it down. And then as I was on the faith journey, and so I wrote it down in 2016. I was on this faith journey in 2017. And then in 2020, I went back to look at something. So God
Mm.
showed me, we were going back to the faith thing, right?
Mm.
God showed me Abraham. And then he showed me Genesis 22. And in Genesis 22 are the exact steps that Abraham went through right before he was getting ready to offer up his son. And I
Ooh.
said, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Mhm.
Because it's one thing to have a good idea.
Come
Mhm.
on.
It's another thing to have a God idea that God
Yes.
breathed that can never be outdated.
Mm-mm.
So I said, all right, all right, all right, all right. So this is what you want. So I'm thinking, because I found it in scripture that he wants me to share with just believers, just
Mhm.
Christians, just followers of God, followers of Christ. You just want me to share it with them? No. Mm-mm. It's bigger than that. This is what I want you to do with it.
Mm.
Okay. So it took me, just taking it all the way back to the question.
Mhm.
It took me from 2017 to 2020 to get the book published.
Mhm.
Because, and this is something for y'all, I did not know what I already had.
Mm.
Ooh, child.
You didn't know in your
Mm.
so it took that time period to process it.
Mm.
Because sometimes, Shelly and Lady T,
Mhm.
what I've learned is that even when God gives you an idea,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't mean that it's for right now in that moment.
Mhm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
we have to be in sync with his timing.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And it goes back to that good idea versus the God idea. Yes, he gave it to you, but
Mhm.
we have to be so in tune to know God is this for now, or God is this for later? Is
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
this for me to
We have to
run
have
with
permission
it?
to release it.
The release. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned something about timing,
Mhm.
right? It's
Amen.
his timing and it's his process. Because we think it's supposed to be done a certain way by a certain time. And we start thinking we're not enough. This is not what I have is not good enough. What I'm
Ooh.
offering is not, I gotta wait till it's better. I gotta wait till it's this or that. And sometimes we get caught up in the waiting. Because
Yes.
to be honest, People will say, oh, wait on God. But how many people actually know when it's time to go? Like, are you missing the time to go?
Was she on the show
You
last
waiting?
week? Was she, lady?
Woo, boy, Jesus. Honey, you just said a whole word,
whole.
baby, because waiting on God doesn't mean go to sleep. Okay, okay. It doesn't mean go to sleep.
Not at all.
That is a whole word. Did you miss your time to go? Jesus.
So I want to go back a little bit to what you just said with regards to not knowing what you had inside.
Mm.
Because that's something that I also dealt with, like comparing myself. First of all, not realizing what I have in my hand, asking, is this good enough? Am I good enough? All those questions. And but not realizing that if God gave it to you, then it is enough. And not minimizing it. And sometimes we waste so much time on that stage, on that step, instead of realizing that, hey, if God gave it to me, then this is more than enough. But in order for me to get more, I have to utilize what I have and be a good steward over it. I think some of us were asking God for the more, but have you exhausted what you have? Have you taken the time to activate what you have? And so listening to you, once you activated what you had, God gave you more. He began to see, when we start this journey, he begins to unfold and reveal the more. But I was just talking to someone today, but you have to at least get started.
Yep.
And similar to you, for me, it was getting on this path of self-discovery. I think when we're talking about purpose, when we're talking about figuring out our identity, this is self-discovery. You begin to explore. It's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
To begin to roll back those layers. And to learn, but also I think to unlearn. I know for me, to unlearn some things that, hey, that's not really, like you said earlier, that's not really what God wanted you to take away, or that's not what he wanted you to run with.
Yeah.
That's something you need to release.
And
allow me to give you new language. Allow me to give you my identity, all of those things. And I believe that those are intricate parts of that process. We cannot abort the process. So how did you get to this now? You get to the book. The book, as you shared, it wasn't right off the cuff, right? 2017, it was a period of time, 2017 to 2020. And then even between that time, dealt with loss, navigating life. And then understanding, God says, hey, it's more than just the saved.
Yeah.
I need you to widen that net. Cast the net.
Okay.
I'm going to need you not to worry about where it lands. Oh, it landed out of zone. Oh, God, I don't know. No. You know what I'm saying? But just cast it.
Yeah.
And allow me to align. So now you get to the confidence. Is that when?
Yep.
How did this confidence, this niche and confidence develop?
During the time frame from 2017 to 2020, when I was on that really trying to understand faith and applying it, right? And going through therapy and different things like that, it was a phrase and a process that I experienced that let me know that I'm enough before I do anything. Before I ever do anything, before I even have a great idea, before I even get out of the bed, before I even, put my clothes on, armor clothes, all of that, before I do any of that, before I serve somebody else, I'm good enough. But why? Why was I already good enough? Because God made it so. He decided before I was born, before I was in my mother's womb, before I was a thought, before the foundations of the earth, he decided that I was enough. And then he confirmed it by sending his son to die on the cross for me. In that moment, he said, "You are enough." And so the confidence piece came in thinking, I can be confident and know that the God who started a good work in me is faithful to complete it. Now, he started it, y'all.
Go
Okay.
for it. Go for
Okay.
it.
All right. He started a good work in me. He's also going to finish it. He had the idea about the world and all the different things. Everything before was designed. So it's no surprise that I was going to go through this moment or that moment or this challenge or that challenge or feel this way or go through depression or deal with mental health issues or have health issues or have, it was no surprise. Question my identity. It was no surprise to him. Whatever he started in me, he is.
Go for it.
His faithfulness is not going to sway because of my lack of faithfulness. Where I've questioned if I'm good enough. He's not going to say, "Oh, now because you're questioning if you're good enough, I'm questioning if you're good enough. So I don't think so. You know what? I'm going to choose somebody else." No, he's not doing it. He said, "I'm sure about you, even when you're not sure about yourself. I'm sure about what I called you to do, even when you're not sure about it. I called you. I didn't make a mistake when I called you. Yes, you messed up. Yes, you did this. Yes, you're still doing that, Carolee. I did not make a mistake. You are not a mistake. And the very thing that I started in you,
Finish.
I'm faithful. I will complete it." And so the confidence is not in me.
Right.
Yeah, I say Shelly the confidence coach. But when I say Shelly the confidence coach, I know where my confidence comes from. I know it is he who gave me the gifts, the ability to break down topics, to make it actionable, to make it practical, to help folks understand, to give them peace in a moment of anxiety and overwhelm and overthinking and procrastinating and self-doubt and all of the stuff that comes with it. And the fear of the unknown and all of that. It is he who gave me this. So I am Shelly, the confidence coach, being confident in this very thing that he who has begun a good work in me, he is faithful to complete it. So, talking about faith and making faith actionable. You're talking about achieving a goal. You're talking about stepping out and doing things you never did before. Yeah. Doing things that people around you never saw. They never even experienced. So they're like, "Well, how you think you're going to do this? And how you think you're going to do that? When is it going to happen for you? Why are you concerned about when is it going to happen and how it's going to happen? What is the thing? Until you believe you are the person that God called to do it, until you believe the thing that he called you to do was designed for you to achieve it, not fail at it. It was designed for you to achieve it, not fail at it. I don't care what it looked like. I don't care what it seems like. When you really believe those things and you start seeing the people you were called to reach, the how, the when, all of that stuff will begin to unfold as you go. Same thing that happened with Abraham. As he went,
You go.
he
Come
took
on.
the son up there. Before he even went, he said, telling his lads, telling his friends, telling his homies that's going to, hey y'all, I'm gonna be back. Just letting y'all know, we'll be back. You going up there, you know God called you to go sacrifice your son. You know he told you to do that. You said, we'll be back. We'll be back. I don't know how. But it's gonna happen.
It's
I don't
going to
know
happen.
when. I don't know when. But you keep going. No matter what it looks like. His son is on the altar. He's like, excuse me, daddy. So where's the sacrifice?
What is sacrifice?
Where's that? What we doing here? This don't I'm not the bird. Like, I'm not the lamb. I'm not the make a noise. Hey, what's up here? And he said, the Lord will provide.
Whew. My goodness. Stick a pin in it right there.
Stick a pin in it right there.
As you go, that the Lord will provide.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you all who are tuning in tonight, what you stand in the need of, but somebody needs to lean in right now and know that it's time for you to go.
Yes.
It's time for you to activate your faith, take actionable steps toward that thing, the it. What is your it today? For some, it might be making a decision that you haven't shared with anybody, a personal family decision. It could be a career move.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a career pivot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared. God, did you say leave my 9 to 5? What? It could be writing the book. You may be all the way in Z, but God just said, can you make the step from A to B? Because as you go, he will provide.
Yeah.
My Lord.
It's time for you to go. And you started with this today. You said, for such a time as this.
Yes.
For such a time as this, you out there, for such a time as this, put your name in it, Mone't. For such a time as this, Tiara. For such a time as this, Shelly.
Yes.
For such a time as this, Savannah.
Yep.
For such a time as this, Kenyatta. For such a time as this, Dr. Eric Holmes. For such a time as this, Love. For such a time as this, put your name in it. Now is your time. But you got to move.
Yeah.
And so the confidence is not in you, but the confidence is in God. It's the Godfidence, right? And that's where we should rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you think about big, bold power moves, big, bold power moves, I've decreed and declared this year to be that. What comes to your mind? Even in the framework of your life, your work, all of those, what does that look like for you right now, for Shelly?
For me, it is sharing the words for the one. Now that sounds like, okay, that's not a lot of people. Don't miss this. Share the words for the one. Stop trying to share the message for everybody. It's for the one that needs it.
Ooh,
Now,
that's
the
good.
one may be many ones that need that same message. Don't get caught up in how many likes you got. How many? This is me. Now I'm talking to myself. I'm for the people that's like, oh, you coming from me, Shelly? No, this is Shelly talking to Shelly. This is what bold moves look like. Stop looking at the likes. Stop looking at how many saves, how many this or how many that.
Listen.
Be consistent in getting the message out for the one. The one that needs it. There are people when you're walking in the thing and doing the thing that you call it, you trying to, oh, I'm trying to make a buck, or I'm trying to hustle and do this thing. No. Do the thing God called you to do, and blessings will overflow. Like you're going to be able to reap from grounds you never sowed in.
Yes, Jesus.
Woo. There are going to be people who will give to you. You said a message, you said a word, you said something, you shared out of the abundance. You shared.
Yeah.
Somebody else was blessed and God moved on their heart to give to you. That's not even included in your books, the courses, the workshops, the webinars, the coaching programs, all this stuff. I got all this stuff going on. But do the thing you were called to do for the one that needs it. You say, well, to whom much is given, much is required, and you start getting overwhelmed by the requirement. You start getting overwhelmed saying there's so many people out there. I'm called to so many people. I'm called to do this. Is a big impact. I'm not investing in myself. I'm not this and I'm not that. And I don't have this and I don't have that.
Listen.
You have everything you need right now for what you need to do right now.
Oh boy. Jesus.
Wait a minute. Go ahead. Go ahead, Shelly. Just go ahead. It just hit me when you said that. Don't get stuck in the requirements.
Yes.
Because God doesn't call the qualified, what he qualifies is the call. And you looking at the resume and a laundry list of things. God saying you, and you saying, but God, but I don't get in position.
That part.
Because you already have everything you need. My goodness. One of my friends say, my God, today. Listen. Listen. My God, today. My God, tomorrow. My God, my God.
Forevermore.
Okay.
Forevermore.
Yeah.
If this is not helping you, I don't know what to do. Listen, tonight, you have to know that you are the one.
Yes.
you are the one, and you are well equipped for the call.
Mm-hmm.
Will you answer the call so you can get to your one? I can hear this. Who is your one?
Mm-hmm.
You will never know until you go.
Yeah.
And we cannot be so focused on receiving confirmation or affirmation from the one, because there will be somebody that can be touched by what you put out there, who it could literally change their life. They don't like it, they don't share it, they don't even tell anybody that that's the encounter that they had.
Yep.
But you will be blessed, and you don't even know where the blessing came from, but you were literally blessed from your obedience.
That part.
I think we live in a world where everybody just want so many pats on the backs and hand claps, and for people to see us and to be recognized, when in the truth of the matter is that God did not put us here to put us on pedestals and get medals for just being obedient. That's not what it's about. It's about doing the work that he's calling you to do when no one's watching, and not looking for rewards, earthly, worldly rewards for it. Because then you have to question your heart posture, and if you're doing it for the right reasons, and if you're really pure of heart, and how are you giving? It's just, and then that just turns into it's a whole thing. So just focus on the call. Just focus on the call.
My goodness.
That's good. That's
Ooh,
good.
so
That's
good.
good. Focus on the call. And you know what's interesting? You brought up something, Tiara, and I was like, I actually went through that constantly. You know, people say charge this or charge that. They say charge what you're worth. Seriously? I mean, this thing about charging what you're worth, folks don't even know what they're worth. Like, you're more valuable than rubies. So you're going to outprice yourself, and you're going to have one person come to you. If that's what you want, that's, hey, do what you do. Do what you do. But you are more valuable than rubies, just letting you know. Just in case you didn't know. And so just going back and forth, you know, looking at the how much do I charge, and do I give it for free, and why? I constantly question,
go crazy. Yeah, we will.
Why am I doing this? What's the real reason for why I'm doing this? If I'm doing it for money, nope.
That ain't it.
Listen. That ain't it. And every time I went after the thing, the purpose, the calling, the thing, right? Really, the purpose is for us to shine and let show forth his word, and tell the truth. You know, let the truth be told in the earth. Let the gospel come forward. That is the purpose. That's the overarching purpose. And under that, you have the thing, right? Now, that thing, if I'm going after the thing, but I'm going after the thing for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
If you're going after the thing for the wrong reason, you end up missing the blessing that's supposed to come with the thing.
You better say it.
Yeah.
You better say it.
Totally miss it. So
you end up burning more energy than you're supposed to expend because you're trying to do it in your own strength. Because now God's like, oh, you got this? Oh, for that?
I'm gonna let you have it. Yes. Yeah.
Go ahead.
And that's when you're going to be
back when you're ready.
Yeah.
Listen.
Come back when you're ready. Because you're not going to get that far on your own.
That part.
And so many times I'll be like, I'm gonna, until I really, really, really understood that. And coming back to what I said before, it's not about what I do that makes me enough.
Come on, Karen.
I have to keep remembering that because of what Jesus did on the cross, because of what God said, because of what he's already spoken and has already done, that I'm enough.
Yeah.
And he's setting people in place in different
Yes.
positions, in different places to reach the people that need to know him.
Mm.
My goodness.
So,
Listen.
yeah.
Listen here. I don't know
You go
how
for it,
the
Lady
viewers
T. You go
feel, but I feel like I attended a whole church service and we should be passing a collection plate because, baby, this was good.
Listen, this was a whole word,
Mm-hmm.
a whole word
Yes.
of activation
Mm-hmm.
and just really leaning into who God has called you to be
Yeah.
and your purpose
Mm-hmm.
and your true identity is within him. If you're trying to do anything
Yeah.
outside of him,
Mm.
that's a sure way to get tired and overwhelmed and exhausted and burnt out quickly.
Yeah.
Well, what I've learned is that there is literally a flow with God.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes.
when I'm in proper alignment with him, there is a flow. So much so that when I'm out of alignment, I quickly, it's like he pulls me. I'm like,
Because you
and a red
notice the
flag.
difference.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Know the different. Like something's
Mhm.
not right. If I'm working with somebody, it's like, no, this is too complicated. This is not it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
Yep.
and so I'm not chasing the money. Like I was in a conversation with someone in New York, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm just not in that place. I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so good. I'm just like,
Mm.
and God is He is bringing the people.
Mm-hmm.
He is opening the doors.
Yep.
It used to be a time and a place where Mone't probably, oh, I can do. You know how we be trying to work up
Mm-hmm.
stuff in your own. I'm
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
not chasing nobody. No.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Overwhelmed by visibility. You talked about the likes and the shares.
Mm.
Mm.
Listen,
And that's such a real thing.
it's so real.
Such
Yep.
a real thing.
Especially people of God who are, in business and things like that.
Yep.
It's like you pull from what the people are saying, do what the other these
Yep.
coaches saying, or what God is like. No, God had to pull me all the way in and up.
Yep.
No, no.
Yep.
What you're saying, okay, that's good,
Mm-hmm.
but this is where it ends for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what God wants me to apply right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can use that, but I won't be able to use that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you have to have a level of discernment
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
this
part.
process and in this journey.
That part.
And so I just feel like,
Mm.
we're going to definitely have to do the part 2.
Just-
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Just pass the plate. And so, if you all have been blessed today, we want to open up the doors. You're welcome to sow into the flow here at Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. This is definitely all God. We thank God for, oh my goodness, his vessel tonight who has
Mm-hmm.
came with power and demonstration tonight and just
Yes,
really,
Jesus.
really sharing from your heart and from your experience that God has navigated you through. We thank you for your transparency and your
Mm-hmm.
vulnerability and just being open to let us know that, hey, you know what? This is actually an ongoing process
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
of really evolving in God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think once he teaches us one thing, we feel like, oh, I got through that. Gee,
Mm-hmm.
it's something else.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a process of evolving and leveling up in him, though.
Yeah.
but knowing that if we stick with him, that we've already won.
Mm-hmm.
And he's processing us, not just to be processing us, but typically we're not being processed for ourselves. We're being processed for someone else
That
that
part.
we're called to serve.
Yeah.
And so I thank you for not aborting the process.
Whew. My Lord.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how many times I went to the abortion clinic. They sat in that lobby. Whew.
Listen, thank you. And for the lives that you have impacted, that you are impacting, and that you shall impact.
Yes.
God has that time on lockdown.
Yes.
It's when we surrender it that everything ends up like literally unfolding before us.
Yeah.
And I have wrote this down. It's a literally we have to die to ourselves.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Daily.
Yeah. When we die to ourselves, that's when we truly begin to live.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's happened to the fulfillment.
Yeah.
So I just want it is Lady T a dying daily. My
it
God.
Is. Listen, because that flesh rises up, baby. It does. Okay. Something fierce if we let it.
Listen.
Yep.
So we thank you all tonight. As we're closing out, my goodness, because we definitely have to plan this part 2, God, you know.
Yes.
Wow, we've just been blessed. This
Yes.
Woo, that was so good, right?
So good.
So good. I feel like we got.
I don't want you know how you get something good and you just need to I don't even want to go.
You just gotta sit in that, right, and just kind of marinate, right?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Woo! That's good. That's good. That's like that lingering in church where they have that Tarian service where they just linger. Like let me. It's nothing wrong. You see these are not tears of sadness, but this is of joy. Let me just sit here in it and take it all in. And so as we're closing out, Shelly, can you let everyone know? I know you mentioned it before, but it's how about any final words? I know you said a lot, but if there's any final words that you want to share in this flow, and then of course how to connect with you.
Yeah, for sure. So when you said a flow, you said it earlier, and I saw a flow something earlier. I saw the flow and the thing, but when you said it this time, I was seeing a flow of living water. A flow of living water.
Yeah.
And then you said, I can do it. You was doing, different things and all of that. You say, well, I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me, but it's not for you to do everything. It's not for you to do everything. The thing I want people to leave with, and I've said a lot of different things. You all have shared many things that were extremely valuable tonight. The one thing that I would leave them with is, and leave you all with, you are the best person for your goal. You are the best person for your goal, not someone else. Not someone else. I don't care if it looked like they got more this and more that. God called you to that. You are the best person to do it. And he didn't make a mistake. He will never make a mistake. He's perfect. If y'all want to connect with me, you can go to my website, shellythecoach.com. It's SHELLY. Y'all don't put an E in there, an extra E in there, because you're not going to find me there. Go to shellythecoach.com, or you can find me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at Shelly TCC. I do want to make sure y'all get this. If you want a blueprint, that blueprint I was talking about to help you achieve your goals is 8 steps that you can go through to help you get the clarity you need to start building your confidence and start taking action for your goals. If you want that, I'm giving it the masterclass away for free. Go to getsuccessblueprint.com. You'll be able to get it.
Yeah.
Join it, do what you do, be blessed by it, take action on it, and reach out if you have any questions at all. Book a session, do one of the discovery calls if you want to chat with me and figure out where you are with your goals, your purpose, whatever it is that you're working on. I'm here to support you. And blessings to y'all. Thank you so much for having me.
Ooh, listen. Have you all been blessed? I know they have because they have dropped it in the chat tonight. I think one person said that, oh my goodness, I needed this tonight.
Yes.
And it takes me back to the one.
Yep.
Don't hold back the word. You'll show up for the one. And so I thank you so much. Shelly, can you drop that link to the blueprint, just in case there are those who may definitely want to, I want to make sure that they get that. And perfect. So I'll drop that in for everybody. And you all, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are truly, truly blessed to have had Shelly tonight. Again, if you want to sow a seed, you can to Mo's Enterprise. If you've been blessed tonight, because we're going to keep on. Let me see if I can add this. There we go. GetSuccessBlueprint.com to get those 8 steps. That blueprint. Am I saying that right? I believe
yes.
I am. Okay.
Your blueprint for success.
I feel like I'm drunk in the spirit, y'all.
Listen, I understand.
I'm like, whoo. I'm trying to take it all in. Listen. So, y'all, this has been another Sister Talk Power Moves. We are so happy that you stopped by with us tonight. Listen, it was good.
Yes,
and if you thought that was good, listen, you want to definitely stay plugged in with us, because what we do is keep going higher and higher. Listen, y'all, next week is Elevate You 2025. Woo! Wow. Listen, the woman's self-care experience in Ocean City, Maryland. Y'all, it's going to be absolutely fire. Lady T, you ready? Shelly, you might have to just roll up on it.
Now.
But listen, it's going to be super amazing. Ladies, you want to be in the room. It's a couple of spaces left. We can snuggle you in there. But it's right. But it's going to be amazing. You want to be in the room. Next week, it will be the 21st through the 23rd. We're going higher. But we'll be back here Monday. And on here for Sister Talk Power Moves. Again, thank you all for joining us. Take care, take charge, and God bless you all. Have a great night. Let's see how let's do there we go. Ooh, it has been, y'all. I definitely feel like I have been, there we go. God bless you all.